Happy, happy, happy Tuesday, my darlings. It is the 101st day of school. I love Dalmatians. I think they are some of the prettiest dogs. So I love the chance to celebrate 101 days of school because 101 Dalmatians is one of my favorite movies. So that's our theme for today's presentation. Celebration moments, of course, to all of my amazing friends who have finished their iStation. Please remember that you have until Sunday, but wait, try to get it done by Friday. I really like for you guys to protect your weekends. So, but if you need mom and dad, and that's the only time they have, please, mom and dad, shoot me a message and just let me know that you guys are indeed going to do it on the weekend. Remember your virtual rules. They have not changed since we began, but just make sure that you know for our videos, they are a little different just to keep in mind of where you are and what's going on around you. It kind of makes it hard to follow along. Remember that Miss Vestra is transitioning us into our SEL. Second step is a new program that Nash County has adopted. So we've started this week talking about being respectful. What is respect today? Talked about what it looked like at home. So the boys and girls gave me ideas of things and ways you can be respectful at home. Share with whoever's working with you today some ways you can be respectful at home. Today's Tuesday grammar spot. Your first box deals with using commas in a series. Commas in a series means that I've got more than two things and I'm going to list them in my sentence. And I use a comma to separate those things. In my first sentence, I love math, reading, and science. I'm talking about math, I'm talking about reading, and I'm talking about science. And I use the commas to separate them in my sentence to know they are separate items that I'm listing. My second question talks about the word eagerly and what does eagerly mean? And we talked about that eagerly means in a way. So if I'm eagerly waiting for you to do something, I'm waiting for you to do it and I'm doing so not very patiently. I just want you to come on. Sometimes we eagerly await Christmas or we eagerly await our birthdays or the release of a new game. Those are things that we just can't wait. It's almost like having ants in your pants. You just want it to get here. Box number 3, we're talking about vowel sounds. Ms. Bland's going to say all 3 words that go across. So for letter A, there are 3 words. Letter B, 3 words. Letter C, 3 words. You are to choose the 2 words that have the same vowel sound. So letter A, brute, sub, flute. Circle the 2 words with the same vowel sound. Letter B, puff, June, gum. Puff, June, gum. And letter C, shut, fuse, rude. Down at the bottom, yesterday we began talking about singular and plural. When we talk about a word being singular, it means I just have one. It can be one monkey, one elephant, one banana, one pencil, one tiara, one king, one queen. But when I use the word plural, it means more than one. There may be 5, there may be 50, there may be 15,000, but it means I have more than one. The most common way to show that a word is plural is by adding S to the end of that word. And that is what we did in box number 4. Allowing a few minutes to get all of box 1, 2, 3, and 4 down. Awesome. Letterland this week is Unit 19, and we know that we've got some special words this week as we talk about changing that Y to an I and adding ES or adding ES to a word because of the ending of the word. So there's lots of rules to work on this week. The rule we focused on today was adding Y, changing the Y to an I and adding ES. And we had some real easy examples of words we knew ended in a Y and we changed the Y to an I and added ES. Babies, tries, and cities were our examples. We also talked about hurries, we hurry. But your job this week is to know all 12 words. Make sure you're studying them nightly. Today in Seesaw, you're putting them in ABC order. English language arts. Today in your small reading book, we know that we focused on these 8 vocabulary words: cheered, concert, instrument, movements, music, rhythm, sounds, and understand. And as we read our text, we know our text this week is expository, which means it's going to give us information about a topic. It's going to be about a real person, place, thing, or event. And it's going to include some photos, some captions, some headings, some diagrams we call text features. Our essential question was, how do we express ourselves? So your job, boys and girls, is to read page 246, 247, 248, and 249. You are responsible for then completing your text evidence questions about our story. Now, the second part of that is respond to reading questions. These questions, Miss Bland and the boys and girls worked on together. So you are welcome to use our answers on your paper too. Just fold back in our video or pause here after you've read and get these down. But the last question is a text to self question, which means we couldn't do an answer together because it's how the text applies to you. And it says, if I was in a chorus, I would. And we had all kinds of answers. For some folks said, if I was in the chorus, I'd ask my mama, could I play volleyball? If I was in the chorus, I'd ask my mama, could I just ride my bike and not do that? But then we had friends in your class who said they would love to sing at the White House and they would love a chance to sing at a Hollywood award show. So think about how you feel. So as you copy down our beginning answers, those are all the same. But that last one, that's a text to self question, and you've got to decide how you feel about it. Pause here to read your story and complete your read to respond. You can go back later to do your text evidence question. Your 2 vocabulary focus words for today were instrument and music. Remember to read your text and find them in your text to know how to identify them. And we are to create a sentence and a picture for our words, instrument and music. Check out my sentence. Don't check out my drawing. Our prefixes for today. Our prefix lesson, of course, we started yesterday, and we are focusing on 3: re, un, and not. Re, un, and dis. I'm so sorry, guys. Re, un, and dis. We know that re means to do it again. If I read it again, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to write it again. I'm going to fill it again. Not, I do not like you. I am not happy. I am not kind. And I do not want to do it. Those are the way we look at words. The opposite of liking you is to dislike you. The opposite of agreeing is to disagree. The opposite of trusting you is to distrust you. So those are the ways we look at our prefixes. So in your packet page, you have 12 prefixes. Ms. Bland gave her red helpful hints for each of the word, and your classmates and I did the first 6 together. The opposite of obeying me is to disobey me. If I'm going to wrap it again, I know again is re, so I'm going to rewrap. If I'm going to do it again, I'm going to redo. And if I'm not friendly, I'm unfriendly. And the opposite of liking you is to dislike you. Then we have 6 more that you are responsible for. After you have all 12 words, you then have to complete the word search by finding those 12. That'll let you know if you got your answers right. Good luck. Pause here to complete or complete on the end. Your writing. Yesterday, Ms. Bland told you to think long and hard about something. Do you remember what it was? If you said how you express yourself, you are exactly right. I told you to remember this page. I wanted you to remember how you like to express yourself. And so there's tons of ways that we talked about being able to express ourselves. And I listed just a few. But down at the bottom of the page, you are going to do exactly what we've done on our notebook paper in your notebook. So at the top, you will give me a diagram of 4 things that you express yourself by doing. Then at the bottom, you will list them for me inside of your writing. Pause here to complete. All right, you're back. I can't wait to read how you're going to express yourself. So let's talk a little bit about math. Math today is a little different, mainly because we are going to move from addition to subtraction. And we're going to talk about this D word that I've underlined called decomposition. We're going to break apart a 10 to help us be able to subtract. First page in your math section is your sprint. Please be sure that you find someone that will time you for 2 minutes to complete your sprint. Application problems. Just a reminder, Shelby had 35 oranges. 5 of them are rotten. Question A says, how many of Shelly's oranges are not rotten? They had options, same options that we talk about all the time. Those strategies for different ways to find an answer. There, of course, was your number bond. There, of course, is your tape diagram. There's the equation, which I'm sure they used mental math. So there's tons of options. And our goal in math is to find the option that you think works best for you. So let's look at what we're doing today. A little decomposing to make subtraction work. Let's see. Miss Walker is a math teacher friend, and she makes these really cool videos. I post them sometimes on the website to help moms and dads out, but they are great for rewatching over and over and over again if you need a reminder about a math skill, and they're all located on YouTube as well. And I can always give you a direct link, mom and dad, if you need one for any skill you may want to watch again. If it's a particular day that I don't post it, please just let me know.
Hey friends, it's Mrs. Walker. For our lesson today, we're going to work with subtracting. So our learning goal for today says, I can model decomposing 2-digit numbers to subtract with manipulatives. So our manipulatives that we're going to use are our place value discs. And we're talking about decomposing numbers to help us to be able to subtract. So the materials that you'll need for this lesson are your dry erase board, your place value chart, and your place value discs.
You will not need place value charts or disc. You will need your dry erase board so that you can practice some examples to be sure you know the process to complete your math work. Let's watch some examples.
And you're ready to do some more math. Okay, so here I have 35 minus 9. Let's model 35 on our place value chart. Okay, so I'll do this first one for us. So I'm going to model 35. 3 tens, 5 ones. Let's subtract the ones. So I'm going to come over here. Well, if I have 5 ones, do I have enough to be able to take away my 9 that I need to in the problem? No, I don't, right? So that means I'm going to take this 10 right here, and I'm going to decompose it.
Ooh, big word.
So in previous lessons, we've talked about taking 10 ones and composing a 10 and making a new 10.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to decompose. So we're going to break apart this 10 into 10 ones, because 10 ones is the same as 1 10. So now, do I have enough ones to be able to subtract 9? Yeah, I sure do, because in there I have, and they're all in groups of 5, so I can count very easily. 5, 10, 15. Oh, I have 15 ones. So I definitely have enough to be able to subtract 9.
Because I decomposed my 10.
Bye-bye, there they go. So I subtracted 9. So now that we've subtracted the ones, what is our final answer? So we didn't have any 10s to subtract in this number. We only had ones. So now I can count what's left on my place value chart. So I want you guys to count what's on your place value chart. Yeah, so look, we have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So my final answer is 26. 35 minus 9 equals 26. All right, let's look at this one. So this is 46 minus 18. Again, let's model 46 on our place value chart. So I have 4 10s and 6 1s. So now we're going to subtract the ones. Just like when we're adding, we always start in the ones place. Same thing when we're subtracting like this. So if I look in the ones place, I have 6 1s. But in my problem, I have to take away 8. So can I do that, friends? Yeah, I can't, right? I don't have enough. So, oh, wait a minute. We just talked in the last problem. I can decompose this 10, right? So I can trade in this 10 for 10 ones. So bye-bye, Mr. 10. Hello, 10 ones. So that can make it easier for us to now subtract. Do we have enough now? Yeah, we sure do. We have plenty of ones now. So now I'm able to subtract 8. So bye-bye, 8. All right, now let's subtract our 10s. Okay, so I have 3 10s left over now because I decomposed that other 10. So now if I take away 1 10, right, because that's what's coming over here, I'm going to take away 1 10. So what's our final answer, friends? Go ahead and count what we have left on our place value chart. So we have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 28 is our final answer. So 46 minus 18 equals 28. All right, friends, 22 minus 15. So here's our place value chart. We're going to model 22 on your place value chart and then subtract. Okay, so now this is the time you've all been waiting for. You get to pause the video and you get to solve this problem on your own using your place value discs, place value chart, or drawings if you need to. Okay, so pause the video, solve 22 minus 15, and then click play. We need to go over it together.
All right, on your dry erase board, or if you don't have a dry erase board, you can complete this inside of your notebook. Do 22 minus 15. Unpause the video when you have an answer.
All right, friends, pause if you need more time. Otherwise, I'm going to start with modeling 22 on my place value chart. So 2 10s and 2 1s. Now I know we're going to start with subtracting the 1s. So do I have enough 1s to be able to subtract 5? No, I sure don't. So I'm going to go, hello, Mr. 10. I'm going to decompose you and say bye-bye and make you into 10 1s. Now, do I have enough 1s to subtract 5? I sure do. So I'm going to take those 5 away. Now we have to subtract the 10s, right? So we have 1 10 left. And if I subtract that 1 10, right, because that's what's right here, I have no 10s left. Okay, so what's our final answer, friends? What's left on our place value chart? 7. Okay, so awesome job with that one, friends. 22 minus 15 equals 7. All right, right on. You guys did a great job modeling decomposing numbers to subtract using our place value discs. So please head back on over to the module.
All righty, and that's what we are focusing on, this wonderful skill of being able to decompose to show our numbers. I hope you practiced with Miss Walker on her practice problems. So we're going to unbundle. We're going to decompose. That's going to be a keyword we hear as we go through. So looking at your page, this should be what your page looks like inside of your packet. Let's look at the first side. The top part, number 1, is about mental math. It is simply you being able to look at what you find. So we did the first letter A together. 8 minus 7 was 1. That was mental. Everybody knew that one. Then we said, well, if that's the case, then 38 minus 7 would be 31, because all I have different is the 3 in front of my 8. So the tens do not change. It says 31. But if 38 minus 7 was 31, then 38 minus 8, I shouldn't have to draw it all over again. I should know that that would be 30. And if 38 minus 8 was 30, then 38 minus 9 would be 1 less, and 1 less than 30 is 29. All right, so down at the bottom, you are going to practice. We did them together, but because this is video life, let's do it a little different. Let's open that up. I want you to try these 5. I want you to try those 5 on your dry erase board and get an answer. Put your answer on the line. Pause here to do that. Now, here are the answers to all of them, but I want to make sure you check the ones we circled to see if you got those correct. Now, look at number 3. Number 3, we're going to walk through, because I did have the boys and girls write a note down at the bottom to remind themselves of putting that decompose. That decompose is important. Let's look at 56 minus 28. So you can watch Ms. Bland walk through this and you remember the steps. Make sure I don't forget any. 56, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 28. Oh, I can't take away 8, Ms. Bland. I only have 6. So I decompose a 10 and turn that into 10 ones. Now I'm going to subtract 28. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That left me with 8 ones and 2 10s. So 56 minus 28 equals 28. I'm breaking apart a 10 and turning them back into ones in order to help me add. You may skip the 2 questions here unless you just want some extra practice. You're welcome to skip those 2. Those are for early finishers in class, and we're in a different situation, so we can skip those. Just a few more examples. Keep in mind, look, I had 20, I had 30, and I wanted to take away 5, but I didn't have any ones. So what did I do? I wrote 30, I broke apart or decomposed a 10 into 10 ones. Then I took away 5, and it left me with 25. Same thing for 33 minus 5. I had 33. I wanted to take away 5, but I only had 3. So I decomposed a 10 into 10 ones. Then I took away my 5, excuse me, which left me with 8 and 2 10s. Using your dry erase is a great way to just erase them with your finger or mark them out in a different color. So your job, of course, is your You Do page. You are to complete that page 1, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. own your own. Decompose where you need to. Your exit ticket for today is located inside of Seesaw. You are looking to find the missing number. Subtraction will help you. Hint, hint. Questions. If you have questions, please reach out to Ms. Bland. I will be more than happy to answer any question that you have. I'm more than happy to do one-on-one Zooms with you or to do it by phone or Dojo or whatever you need. If you need more examples, I can draw those out and send pictures too. Just let me know. So you need to complete all of your packet work for Tuesday. You have Seesaw assignments that have been assigned to you. You have your Bailey specials from Mr. D, Miss Ellington, Miss T, and Miss Reason that you need to make sure you submit your exit tickets for. And then, of course, if you want some fun book to read, Epic is loaded with them. Some boys and girls are even working on some special Epic projects because they wanted a little something extra. So you let me know if that's something your family wants as well. So you're 100 days and 101 days smarter, and I couldn't be prouder. I'm so blessed to be your teacher, and you should have a great day. If there's something I can do for you, just let me know. Be safe, be amazing, be everything I know my second graders are. And I will see you tomorrow. Screen to screen. Love you to death.